Hello, second grade Smarties, and welcome to Wit and Wisdom Module 3, Civil Rights Heroes, Lesson 23. Today, you are doing your focusing question task number 4. Now, we are wanting to answer the question, how did Ruby respond to injustice? Now, we are going to be writing about one specific event. We are going to be writing about the event when she stopped in the middle of the crowd to pray. So here's what you are going to need for your writing. You are going to need your scape chart that you created a couple lessons ago to complete this writing. Let's go over what elements we need in our writing. So the first thing we need to think about, do we understand how Ruby responded to that injustice? The next part we want to think about, do we use all parts of our scape to answer this question? In your writing, you need to make sure to talk about the setting, the characters, the actions of the characters, the problem, and the ending. You need to make sure that you use one time word to tell your reader when events happen. And you need to make sure that you have a good ending to your paragraph. The next thing you need to do is you need to think about how you can explode this event. You need to add one detail to describe your character's actions. You need to describe one sentence describing what your characters are thinking, and one sentence describing how your characters are feeling. Also, remember yesterday we talked about rearranging sentences to start with an adjective or an adverb. Your challenge is to start a sentence with an adjective and to also start one of your sentences with an adverb. So, this is our checklist for success. These are the things that we need to make sure that we are including in our writing task for today. Now, remember, we are writing about the event when Ruby stopped in the middle of the crowd. So, look at your scape chart, look at your setting and your characters. Start by thinking about that. So, think about a temporal word today. Think about a temporal word you can start your writing with. What is a time word you could start with? Today, right now, I am going. So think about that. Also, remember, you are writing from Ruby's perspective. So you are going to be using words like I, me, we to complete this writing task. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with thinking about how we can organize our writing. Now, remember, I am here to help you organize your thoughts. It is up to you to complete this writing, to show me all of your thoughts and the information that you have learned about with these lessons about Ruby Bridges. All right, so let's go ahead and start by thinking about our setting. So start your first sentence by telling me your setting and when this is happening. So you could say, today I blank. Remember, we talked about how she stopped in the middle of the crowd. So I want you to tell me, today I blank. Tell me where she is stopping. Now I want you to tell me about the marshals. Okay, what was going on with the marshals? What were they doing? What was the angry crowd doing? The marshals blank. And the Your next sentence, keep talking about your characters. Keep talking about the actions of your characters. Tell me your problem. What was that angry crowd doing? Today, I blank. Tell me what Ruby did. What did she do? She stopped in the middle of the crowd and she prayed. Tell me what the marshals were doing. What was the angry crowd doing? Now I want you to think. We need to talk about the character's actions. We've done that. Now I need you to think about what your characters are thinking. Remember, you're writing like you are Ruby Bridges. Think about how you can start your sentence with an adverb. Or an adjective. So, use an adjective here. Okay? And I want you to tell me, what is Ruby feeling? Okay? You're telling me what she's feeling. Now I want you to think about what she is thinking. Now, to end your writing, I want you to start your last sentence with an adverb. Remember, she's praying. She's praying for these people. Think about what she was praying for. How would that affect what she is feeling and what she is thinking? Okay? Your last sentence, I want you to tell me what she did after she prayed. What did she do? She rushed into the quickly. How did she rush? Quickly, right? So use an adverb to say how she got into the building. I walked blank. So let's think about our writing. Today, I stopped in front of the school and prayed for the angry mom. The marshals were scared, and the angry mob was yelling at me. Confused, I stopped and asked for forgiveness for these people. I don't understand why they are mean to me. Quickly, I walked into the building after I prayed. That's an example of how you can dig a little deeper and explode that moment. Remember, you want to talk about your setting. Where is Ruby, the marshals, and the angry crowd? Your characters, Ruby, the marshals, the angry crowd. What are the actions of those characters? What is the problem? And what is the ending? Remember, you need to tell me what Ruby is thinking and what she is feeling. And your challenge is to rearrange a sentence to start with an adjective and an adverb. Remember with your writing to use your best spelling. Use your online dictionary if you're confused about how to spell words. Make sure you are starting your sentences with capital letters. If you have a name of a person, make sure that you start that with a capital letter. And make sure to end your sentences with punctuation. Smarties, you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sentences. So you should have 5 punctuation marks in your writing. Go back and reread your writing. Think if it makes sense. Is there anything you can fix to make it better for your readers and listeners? And as always, remember to keep a growth mindset. We are starting to do more challenging things with our writing to make it more interesting and to make us better writers. And ultimately, Smarties, this writing is showing us how Ruby responded to these injustices, the unfairness, the inequality that Ruby faced as a little girl. All right, Smarties, that is it for your writing task. Remember, if you are one of my Smarties, you are sending a picture of your finished writing to me in Seesaw. Keep that growth mindset, Smarties, and I will see you soon. Happy writing.